over him. Next time they switch Winslow on him, he just beats him with a quick drive all the way to the rack. And then they switch Eubanks on him. He walks him back out. When Eubanks takes the step forward to take away the three, he fakes right, hesitates, gets him off balance, pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Really seeing a lot of intelligence and insight into Jordan Clarkson. Here's what Will Hardy said before the game about what we're seeing from Jordan Clarkson.
Jordan has a really high basketball IQ, really high. He's been a scorer for the majority of his career, and I think that's partly been based on rosters that he's been a part of. That's a real strength of his, and it was something that he could bring to the table. But it was very clear to me and to our staff, spending time with Jordan early in the season and in training camp, talking with him, like he has a very, very high understanding for the game on both ends, and he's really thinking during the game about matchups and who's on the court for us, who's on the court for them. So I think what you're explaining is a great representation of Jordan, and there's a lot more to his game physically and mentally than maybe has met the eye before this season. He's been a joy to coach, and in no way is what he's doing, because of me or our staff. I think it's Jordan. Like, he's had that in him. His teammates really, really trust him, and he and Mike clearly have a very good relationship and a lot of trust there. So those moments that you're describing are just little indicators of how much Jordan has to offer.
David, that's good to hear something like that, because that's a side of Jordan Clarkson probably that a lot of people, a lot of us didn't know or was aware of the kind of game that he can play. And a tribute to you for seeing that and then posing that question. That was a great answer there by Will.
It's interesting. Jordan's such an interesting character, right? And there's almost like a brand now to who he is with the fashion shows and the flamethrower. But I almost feel like he should never be branded. There's so much more depth to him. There's so many layers of that onion to who Jordan Clarkson is.
Until you get a chance to carry on a long conversation about the game with him, you probably wouldn't think that would be the case. And obviously, Will has had that conversation with him, and you've had a chance to talk to him in the locker room there as well. So now you see the different sides of him as far as the game is concerned, away from the way he played to get the Sixth Man of the Year, and then the things that he does in the summer as far as getting in that van and going.
That's right. It's interesting. We talked about it at shoot-around today. You and I were talking about different players. One of the things we talked about was how smart Jordan was, and then that backed it all up. All right, shoot-around report is next. Interesting comments there from Will Hardy about Jordan Clarkson. As we walk toward tip-off here in Los Angeles, we hear from Ron on the shoot-around report as we continue on Jazz Basketball.
You're in the market to buy a home. You're dreaming of a new home that you can fill with new memories, but new homes just aren't in your budget. Or are they? Visionary Homes wants you to know you don't have to buy a used home. Buy new. Buy now at Visionary Homes. As a trusted award-winning Utah home builder, Visionary Homes understands that your home is the center of your life, bringing friends and family together, creating memories you'll cherish forever. Buy new. Buy now at visionaryhomes.com.
It starts here with our team on the court and our fans in the stands. It starts here, defending our new home, the Maverick Center. It starts here with the Salt Lake City Stars, the NBA G League affiliate of the Utah Jazz. With tickets that are fit for family, friends, workouts, and more, everyone can experience the Salt Lake City Stars. Get your tickets today at slcstars.com. Jazz basketball starts here.
Year 2029. The best new cars make the best used cars. So when we arrive, we'll be in tip-top shape. After all, we've been rigorously inspected to meet Toyota's seal of approval. And those are some high standards. We come with impressive warranties, too. Because when Toyota certifies used vehicles like us, they mean it. Yours, Toyota certified vehicles. Find yours at Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Did someone say ice cream? At Far Better Ice Cream, we refuse to be ordinary. After 100 years, we have become Utah's most preferred ice cream. Our rich history of ice cream has always been filled with the freshest ingredients and made with love from the Far family. Make sure to pick up Far Better Ice Cream at finer grocery stores across the state or have a scoop during the game. At Far Better Ice Cream, we refuse to be ordinary, and we will never settle for anything less than legendary. Far Better Ice Cream.
He won a title with the Utah Stars. He played on the first Utah Jazz team. He played 1,041 straight games. He's the legend, Ron Boone, and with 55 years of pro basketball experience, he brings you tonight's Ron Boone Shoot-Around Report.
Shoot-Around Report each night with Ron Boone, part of this program you've got to hear. Also, we are assisted by Jazz assistant coach Alex Jensen. Let's start with the Clippers' primary offensive set because they do not have Paul George, as we talk about a much less good offensive team without Paul George. Here's what AJ had to say.
Kawhi Leonard, a lot of, they like to ice him at the elbow. He likes to get to the paint for that mid-range. So we talked about crowding him, which he doesn't like, and not giving him that space.
He doesn't pass a lot. He only averages 3 assists a game, so that makes so much sense with a player like that, especially when he's off the dribble, underneath, over the top. They want to go over the top and then underneath because they do run a lot of dribble handoffs. And in that way, they can probably do a good job of maybe keeping him out of the mid-range. That is his game in the mid-range.
They have a major flaw in their offense. They have, without Paul George, they simply do not have an off-the-bounce three-point shooter that's good. Reggie Jackson's 4 of 18. Norman Powell's 4 of 11. John Wall is 0 for 12 on off-the-bounce threes. Terrence Mann is 3 of 9. Marcus Morris is all right, 7 of 15. That really limits what they can do offensively.
And Kawhi Leonard, he's only made 2 all season long. Now, true enough, he hasn't been he's only played in 4 games and he started 2 of them, but he's only made 2 3-point shots. So you're absolutely right about the type of defense that the Jazz want to play. See if they can make threes off the dribble.
Clippers are unbelievable defensively. Here's what AJ said about why they're so good defensively.
I think their size, they switch a lot. We talked about today, keeping and maintaining our spacing, which makes that switching and all of that hard to do, but making guard space makes it when you're not spaced, they're big. You got Batum, Morris, all 6'7", 6'8". It's easy to switch, and there's no gaps.
The big thing that he just said, David, is the spacing against teams with length. When they're 6'7", when those big guys, that way that wingspan can't get into you when you're trying to drive to the basket. So the spacing is going to be very, very important. That makes Zubac play you at the rim, and I don't think he's a great shot blocker.
Well, that is what makes this court. This court can get small really fast. Before we get our national anthem, here's the last quote from AJ about what he's looking for from the point guards.
More passing, less dribbling.
That's simple enough.
That's simple enough. Yeah.
More passing, less dribbling. Jazz, Clippers coming up. It is our Filipino Heritage Cultural Night tonight. So that's kind of the theme of all the performers here tonight, including our national anthem. We'll come back with more on Jazz basketball.
Jazz NFTs are available exclusively through CoinZoom, the official cryptocurrency partner and NFT marketplace for the Utah Jazz. The CoinZoom NFT marketplace is a simple and secure venue for fans to purchase crypto and Jazz NFTs with a free wallet to safely store them. No crypto knowledge needed. Bid, buy, and check out easily. You can pay all the usual ways. You don't need crypto to get an NFT. Starting your NFT collection could not be easier. Download the CoinZoom app now so you never miss a Jazz NFT drop.
Do you ever get exhausted trying to think of what to give your loved ones for their birthday year after year? After all, they have one every year. That's exactly why I started Brightbox. From cards full of confetti to colorful themed care packages, we are in the business of helping you send a thoughtful gift without breaking the bank. Send some happy mail by visiting brightboxes.com and use the code RADIO10 to get 10% off your first order. That's brightboxes.com. Send some sunshine today with Brightbox.
Mountain Land Power Equipment provides exceptional service and high-quality brands you know and trust in lawn, landscaping, and snow removal products. Their experienced staff of technicians repairs all types of snow plows, snow blowers, and lawnmowers, and small engines, and are trained to answer questions about lawns, gardens, snow removal, and landscaping products. So whether you're digging in the dirt or digging in the snow, check out Mountain Land Power Equipment, now with 2 locations to serve you, in Salt Lake City and Springville.
Well done, national anthem here in LA. I must say, they got some singers. We used to have dance teams have changed, but we always had our corollary between dance. There was like a rule on dance teams versus city size and national anthem versus city size. But I think that whole theory is out the window. All right, let's get to the starting line. It's brought to you by Zions Bank. Zions Bank, the official bank of the Utah Jazz. The Utah Jazz come into tonight's matchup number 1 in the West at 12-6 with a +3 differential. They are the 4th best offense, 24th ranked defense in the league. They deny the 3 the best of anyone in the league. They take the 5th most. They're the 6th best shooting team overall, the 4th best offensive rebounding team. Here are the starters tonight under head coach Will Hardy.
And now, the Zions Bank starting lineup for your Utah Jazz. At point guard,
Sexton drives, attacks Embiid, and the young bull takes it to the process again.
At shooting guard,
Jordan Clarkson, and he just put the Blazers on life support.
At small forward,
My goodness gracious, Lowry Marketing.
At power forward,
And just going to the rim. He'll dunk and hang for a little extra moment or two on the jungle gym that is an NBA rim.
and at center,
Fading back and scoring from 8 feet out, Kelly Olynyk.
Zions Bank.
Lowry Marketing leads the Jazz at 22 points, 8 rebounds a game. Jordan Clarkson's averaging 19 points and 5 assists. Colin Sexton now in the starting lineup at 13 points per game. Kelly Olynyk is your best 3-point shooter at 47%. And it's worth mentioning off the bench, Malik Beasley averaging 21 points a game over the last 5 games. The LA Clippers come in at 10-7. They started the year really poorly offensively, but they've won 7 of their last 10. They are still ranked 29th in the league offensively and 2nd in the league defensively. Over the last 10 games, their offense is a little bit better. It's up to 16th in the league as they begin to click in. But they're without Paul George tonight, so their available leading scorer is Marcus Morris at 15 points a game. Though Kawhi Leonard will be playing his 5th game of the season. He played game 1, he played game 3. He then sat for 11 and has played the last 2 games after that. Let's go downstairs to the in-arena voice in the starting lineup for the LA Clippers.
The starting lineup for LA Clippers. And one guard, 6'2", 12th season from Boston College, number 1, Reggie Jackson. The other guard, 6'5", in his 4th year out of Florida State, number 14, Terrence Mann. The man in the middle, a 7-footer in his 7th campaign from Croatia, number 40, Ivica Zubac. At forward, 6'8", 12th year from North Philadelphia, number 8, Marcus Morris Jr. And at forward, 6'7", 11th season from Moreno Valley, California, number 2, Kawhi Leonard. And coach of the LA Clippers, Tyronn Lue. Ladies and gentlemen,
Those are the Clippers starters. We'll tip it off next on Jazz Basketball.
Hey, I was thinking about getting some popcorn. What do you say?
I can't eat at a time like this. I'm too stressed.
Over the game? It's okay, bud. It'll be fine.
No, not the game. About what new car we're going to get.
If we need help narrowing things down, we'll ask the experts at King Golf. They're the ones who listen to their customers, remember?
Oh, yeah. How could I forget? Okay, I'll start a list of things we're looking for.
After we get some popcorn.
After we get some popcorn.
My heart was racing just making spaghetti. I could have waited to tell my doctor, but I didn't wait.
I was short of breath just reading a book. I could have delayed telling my doctor, but I didn't wait.
They told their doctors and found out they have atrial fibrillation, a condition which makes it about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you have one or more of these symptoms, irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, this is no time to wait. Contact your doctor.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
Your Utah Jazz hope to be California dreaming tonight as they're on Game 2 of a Western Conference road trip, ready to take on the star-studded Los Angeles Clippers. Tom DeBeasley thinks about another three. They fly by and he hesitates, settles his feet, launches, and hits. My goodness, square, Malik Beasley. And backpedals the other way because he's Jordan Clarkson and he just put the Blazers on life support. Team 49 is riding high after back-to-back wins over top teams in the Western Conference. And tonight, the Jazz look to win their second straight game against the Clippers at Crypto.com Arena. Although this time, the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, is back in the lineup. Take note, Jazz fans. It's time for tip-off as the first place Utah Jazz take on Kawhi Leonard and the Los Angeles Clippers next on Jazz Basketball.
It's the nonstop NBA, and tip-off is now.
David, what I'm concerned with, what I'm going to be watching is the speed of the Clippers with Wall, Jackson, and Terrence Mann.
Transition defense still an issue for the Jazz as the Olynyk bounces inside to Vanderbilt. He rotates it out to Markkanen. First possession of the night's a three for Lauri Markkanen. Markkanen in the last 5 games is shooting 59% from the field and 48% from three. 3-0 Utah. Here's Reggie Jackson's playing very well recently. Top to Morris, who might be their primary offensive source along with Kawhi. Back up top to Jackson. All these guys have carried the burden at some point. Now Kawhi, Sexton switched to him. Kawhi swings through on Sexton, works to 14 feet, skip pass over the top. It's Terrence Mann from the left corner. It's no good. And the rebound to Vanderbilt. Spotlight yellow uniforms for the Jazz tonight with black numbering and lettering. Clarkson comes to the front court, slight gray stripe on the outside of his leg, bounces to Vanderbilt to the rack, left-hand scoop layup, and Jordan Clarkson has his first assist. And the Jazz lead at 5-0. Jazz beat the Clippers earlier this year, 110-102 in this building. It's our last and final game against the Clippers here this year already. Morris, pull-up jumper from the top of the key, good. That's his game. Shoots that mid-range really beautifully.
He does, and he can get to a spot. He can take the three, though, but I think he's more dangerous in that two-point range.
Olynyk flashing to the middle is Markkanen. Ball fakes Zubac, then goes to the basket, hangs in the air, pushes up the glass and in. That was a really special play by Lauri. He came right to left across the lane, put the ball down with the left hand, and then almost hung in the air as Zubac went back down. Jackson off the Zubac pick, gets free from Sexton and hits. Collins going to have to be able to defend the ball. He struggled on a little bit the other night in Portland, getting caught up on picks. 7-4 Jazz. Vanderbilt hands it back to Sexton. Sexton drives, searches around, nice pass to Markkanen, rotates to Clarkson, ball fakes the defender, drives the lane, stares at Zubac, misses the 4-footer, it's short.
That looked like, was that supposed to be a lob to Vanderbilt that didn't go after it, or?
I think Zubac just caught him in between. He kind of wanted Zubac to come to him, and he never did. Here's Jackson, guarded by Vanderbilt. Into the post to Morris, back out to Jackson. Vanderbilt all over. Defensively active on Jackson. Morris working right side of the smaller Clarkson. Takes one dribble, pops the jumper, misses. Rebound comes down to Vando. Jazz 7, Clippers 4, early going. Vando driving and a reach-in foul. Oh, they call it double dribble. Thought Reggie Jackson reached in with the left hand to cause it.
Clippers basketball.
Familiar crew for us here in LA. Nice to see the Clipper bunch. Mr. Noto, Mike Noto on our engineering with Wayne Self in Minnesota and Mike Noto here have probably produced the most games I've ever called of road officials. Been a long time. Here's Kawhi, high pick and roll. Runs off the Zubac pick, bounces inside the Zub. He goes up, misses the layup, foul on Olynyk, I believe. Nope, they and a goaltend. Foul and the goaltend. So the Clippers offense is 29th in the NBA. Which is not good because there's 30 teams. So what do? They run about 60 picks a night. They pop about 20% of those. So you kind of just do the quick math on that, 1 out of every 5. So there's about 48 picks where they run traditional pick and roll. Well, Zubac sets 30 of those a night. So almost all of their pick and roll are going to involve Zubac. He's the 11th in the NBA picks. Now defensively, they switch about 33% of the picks, which is the minute Zubac leaves the game, they start switching everything. Clarkson working the right side, throws to the corner, Vanderbilt left, turnover on the Jazz. We're tied at 7. Winning the running game was something Alex Jensen talked about. What that really means, Ron, is not having to rely on half-court offense.
Yeah, push the ball ahead, give your athletes a chance to make some plays, but transition defense is very important there as well.
Kawhi Leonard works the right side, pulls up from 12 feet out, off the back rim, no good. Rebound, Vando. Vanderbilt to the front court in the yellow uniforms. To Sexton with the bright red shoes. Gets the little dotted line and floats it up and in. That'll be there all night because Zubac protects the rim.
Yeah, he's no way he's going to come out on the floor.
Sexton decides to pick up Jackson, 94 feet, falls to the ground. Help defense has to come. So Morris is open for three and misses. Zubac gets the offensive rebound, puts it up and in. Tied at 9. Will Hardy admitted before the game he's going to have to be much more active tonight as a coach than he has been without Mike Conley's presence, calling more plays, communicating more out of timeouts. Clarkson takes a three off the bounce, back rim, no good. Long rebound, Vando has it. Back to Sexton, penetrates lane, sees Zubac, floats it over the top, no good. Zubac came to him this time to alter. Here comes Mann on the run. Clarkson's back. Mann goes all the way to the rim and airballs it, and then touches the ball himself. He airballed the 3-foot floater. Here's the other interesting one about the Clippers, Ron. They've got an issue when they're healthy. And that is that Norman Powell took 14 shots a game last year. This year he's taking 10. Jackson took 16. This year he's taking 10. Batum took 8. Now he's only taking 4. But without Paul George tonight, there's shots to go around. Markkanen pops out on Leonard. Left side 3, no good. Long rebound tapped, and Mann has it for the Clippers. Mann was getting 9 shots a game last year. This year he's been out of the rotation some of the time. Jackson, high pick and roll. Zubac really clears on Sexton. Jackson all the way to the rim, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Zubac back up and in. Back-to-back shots at the rim are unusual for the Clippers. That's Zubac on the offensive glass. This team does not go to the rim much. 11-9. Vanderbilt, handoff to Clarkson on a curl, in the lane, stops at the dotted line, floats it up and in. Jazz are living off that floater as Zubac is just sitting in the middle of the restricted area.
Yeah, well, it's a good shot. If they can, from the dotted line, it's a good shot. And if Zubac comes out, now you got Vanderbilt getting an offensive rebound.
Kawhi Leonard, pull up Jay on the right side, perfect.
That is his spot right there. I mean, that's just unreal.
Kawhi Leonard's playing 23 minutes, averaging 9 points a game this year. Former MVP of the NBA. Here's Markkanen, left-hand drive, bounces it in traffic to Vando, tough to catch, he doesn't. Turnover, fast break, Jackson dunk. Timeout, Will Hardy. 15-11, turnovers were a concern for the Utah Jazz. They've had 3 of them already, Clippers by 4. 15-11, timeout, Will Hardy, 6:43 left in the first quarter.
This is Lauri Markkanen, and you are listening to Utah Jazz Basketball.
Hi, this is Ned Siegfried. Siegfried Jensen has been handling injury cases in Utah for over 30 years. During that time, we have handled over 30,000 auto accident cases. If you've been injured in an accident, you need and deserve an experienced law firm in your corner. We'd love to talk to you about your injury case. Call us at 801-222-2222 for a free case review. That's 801-222-2222. You can also visit us at siegfriedjensen.com to learn more.
KSL Sports, Utah's sports leader, connecting you with your favorite local teams and the action you love. Live game coverage and news with KSL Sports Zone Radio, KSL 5 Television, and KSLSports.com. Live and streaming, insider analysis, and podcasts from the pros. Utah's sports leader, KSL Sports, on air, online, and on the